Hey everybody, Arnaldo Hoffman here of Gear It First. Today's video is going to be another home item video, something we've added to our outside decor that we really like, so I figured, hey, you'd like it as well. So let's take a look. So my wife just recently back in April, she got a pool outdoors and she absolutely loves it. And the gazebo is pretty well lit at night, but the pool area is still pretty dark. And when the mosquitoes aren't absolutely killing us, it is nice to go outside and swim. But with it being kind of dark, we needed to figure out something. Now, I've got a lot of different outdoor lights, but I needed something that I could hang from the gazebo, something that was thin, obviously waterproof, and I did not want to use the phone to change it. I needed a remote control that had a few different options. So I looked through the inventory of what I had and nothing. So I actually looked up if you remember, I did the video on the bulbs by a company called SG LED, and that's what we're using in the garage right now to light up the entire garage with just a couple of bulbs. So I checked out some of their outdoor stuff, and sure enough, they had something that looked pretty promising, so I ordered it, and I figured, hey, I'll tell you how it worked out. This is the SG LEDs right here. This is the floodlight. It is a pretty bright floodlight. And again, wattage is not a measurement of brightness. So when I say it's only 50 watts, I mean, hey, this thing's barely pulling out any power, but it's pretty bright. Now there's some pros and cons to this light, so I wanted to go over that with you so you can make the decision for yourself. But if you're looking for a nice wide floodlight, this is it right here. Let's take a look. So first of all, the SG LED's floodlight has a super bright dispersion of 120 degrees. No Bluetooth, nothing like that. It comes in a all plastic cover except for the yoke, which is metal, but it is IP65 rated. Get 120 degrees means you're going to get a nice coverage out of this particular unit. You can see the LEDs themselves are protected with this diffused lens. This is also what helps give it that wide dispersion. There's a couple pros and cons about this lens, and I'll cover that in just a minute as well. But overall, it's a nice, super lightweight light. You can hang it from anywhere without much thought. So as you can see, I have the light here. And this whole area, like I'm keeping the light still. And let's see, it's bright from there all the way there. Now we put it in front of my little gazebo area. You can see how bright that is there. You guys want to hear some really ironic stuff? It rains every single day during the day, but not at night. So we're gonna make it rain. Here we go. Let's push it a little bit more. Whoops. Good news, everyone. I touched it and I didn't get zapped. So how do you control the SG LED's floodlight? There really isn't a model number, actually. It's just called LED Floodlight. Oh, excuse me. C2020BW50WRGB. Yeah, no, so the LED Floodlight. It actually comes with this really attractive remote. You know, usually when you buy a cheap light, now I don't mean cheap that it's crap, I mean cheap that it didn't cost that much money. When you buy an affordable light, they usually come with the crappiest remote, not even like one like this, but it's the one that's all flat and the whole front face rips off. You know what I'm talking about, right? No, this is a legit remote. And even if I'm pointing away from it, it still has pretty good control. So the 120 is not only for the light itself, but also for the remote control. It seems to cover pretty well there. So what are the pros and cons? Well, here's the pros. It's affordable, it's lightweight, it's ridiculously thin, so it'll fit in most different places. Another pro is that unlike some comparable lights that are outdoor rated and have RGB, this is not glass, so you're not gonna have to worry about somebody accidentally kicking it, breaking it. This is perfect for uplighting outside of your house as well. So what are the cons? Well, no white. The white that's on there is this particular white here, which I'll show you outside in a couple minutes what it's going to look like. It's a very yellowish white because it's using RGB. The aqua, however, does give a more cool white. Now you can't look at the lenses themselves to make that decision, but if you look at the red, it's almost like a pinkish color that comes out of it. And again, when you look at the price and what you're getting, don't be expecting 100% color accurate. But for the average person outdoors, you know, you just want to light up your backyard, the red does great. The green is like a nice soft green versus that vivid forest type green. And it's a nice blue coming out of it. You also have different pre-made macros. You cannot make your own macros, it looks like, but you are able to bring up and down the brightness, and you can save the brightness. But it doesn't look like you can make your own colors as well. There are strobe functions on here. So let's see here. So there are some strobe functions. There's a flash where it's just basically a color chase. You have a fade where it fades from one color out to the next. And of course, you got smooth as well as on or off. Another important feature is that the light retains memory of the last program that you ran. So I ran white, right? So let's go ahead and just do blue here. And let's turn it off. Turn it on. And there it is. And what's really nice is, with some of these lights, if you turn them off and on real fast, they switch to the next program. This one does not. So it's nice that it retains the memory, which allows it to be used for more permanent applications where you don't want to sit here and reconfigure the remote every single time. So there it is, the SG LED's LED Floodlight. Kitty approves. So I'm trying to get some other videos up and going. If there's something you want to see, leave them down in the comments below. Hit the subscribe button too. That's the most important part. Thanks for watching. Good night and God bless. Hey, I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to see more like it, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Gear It First, honest reviews, incredible gig logs, lots of tips and tricks, and more tutorials than any other YouTube channel. I guarantee it or your money back.